Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. The Kearsarge Indian Museum in Warner is all about Native American heritage 365 days a year.
Well, it's been a very exciting year here at the museum as we, like every nonprofit in the state, has found creative ways to navigate the pandemic. We've been very blessed with a very robust crew of volunteers who have helped us through all sorts of things, including creating a lot more online and virtual content. Would do a workshop, for instance, in the past, and we'd have several people in the museum. Now, when we have a workshop, we can actually be doing a Zoom call with some folks that are in Toronto or California, Texas. So that has really expanded our audience. We've also taken a lot of time in this off season so that we could start to enhance our gallery and some of the upgrades that we need to do on an ongoing basis. If you notice the gallery behind me, we're in the Woodlands, or the Northeast Woodlands Gallery, and we spent a lot of time. We had a lovely friend of ours, Leslie Ossoff, who helped design and then install this beautiful mural behind us. And we've also had some upgrades, including the wigwam reproduction that really gives people an idea what a typical, if there's such a thing as typical, house here in the Northeast would have looked like 500 years ago. And it's a pretty humbling experience to imagine living in the wilds of New Hampshire. Just a year and a half ago, we were acknowledged as one of the top 10 Native American museums in North America. So the museum is actually divided up into 7 different galleries arranged geographically. So you can come to the museum, walk through the Northeast and then into the Southwest, and really get a flavor all across North America of how folks not only did, but continue to live, dress, and eat. It's very exciting for us here at the museum to be able to engage our Native partners. We want people to realize that Native people continue to live here after 12 or 15,000 years. And we do that in a couple of ways. We have our contemporary art gallery, which each summer features a couple of different shows put on by some Native folks, and it's their opportunity to share their story and their own vision for Native America. Another thing we do in each of the galleries throughout North America, we have examples of contemporary Native artwork that have been made recently, and it's just such a visual way to show people that Native folks still continue to thrive, be very creative, and contribute in that way. It's not exactly business as usual, and we'll probably never go back to business as usual, but we are starting to kind of find our way. We recently had our Maple Harvest Day, and that featured outdoor, where people were actually boiling sap in traditional ceramic like pottery. And that's a tradition that would have been used 500, 1,000 years ago. And people were very interested to see cooking salmon outside over a fire and things like that. So it was a small way to engage folks. So the museum is actually comprised of about 12 acres of property here in Warner. And we've got a Medicine Woods, which is about a 2.5 acre habitat with natural native flora and fauna, and there's some winding paths that go through that people can really experience woodlands here in New Hampshire. We also have about a 5 acre arboretum, and we have a couple of very dedicated trustees that have taken on the challenge of redesigning some of the signage that's going to go on all of these plants and trees. So when we have opening day, May 1st, you'll see new signage out throughout the properties that will identify a whole, like 85 different trees in the arboretum, and they will be listed with Native names, English names, and also Latin names. And the Latin is quite important to our founder, Bud Thompson, because he really felt that as a true outdoor person, you really want to have that level of information available. We're more than happy to have folks come and visit us. And the museum's website is indianmuseum.org. And there you'll see a lot more of the upcoming events, and we've also got some stock footage.
Now let's introduce you to these supporters of your Yankee Chronicle.